Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with Phantom Strider. Today's video is called 10 Cartoon Foods in Real Life. So, yeah, cartoon foods that have been brought to the real world. I'm actually kind of curious about these, so I don't know. I'm kind of curious how he's going to do this video. So, without any further ado, let's check out the list. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's go.
Howdy. Sure, maybe we can't bring cartoons into the real world, but we can certainly bring some of their awesome foods to our world, thanks to some dedicated cooks around the planet. Some are delectable treats, while others leave the taste testers retching. What say we witness these combined terrors and beauties together? How do these foods come together in the real world? Let's check out the 10 cartoon foods brought to real life. I'm ready for action. Let's begin.
First up,
let's start with an obvious choice at number 10. The Krabby
Patty.
I'm a SpongeBob fan, so I did want to see what these mysterious burgers were like in real life. According to creators of the show, such as Steven Hilberg and Vincent Walter, the Krabby Patty is apparently a vegetarian burger. Supposedly, Plankton's chum is the only meat in the entire city of Bikini Bottom.
Really?
It's actually amazing!
Now, it's their show. They can of course say the burger meat's made of whatever they want. But come on, who are these writers kidding? A city where everyone loves vegetarian burgers and everyone hates meat? Okay, clearly this is fiction. Or Bikini Bottom is full of vegetarians. Anyway, aside from the vegetarian patty, the burger is supposedly made of a seaweed sea bun, lettuce, onions, tomatoes, sea cheese, pickles, mustard, and ketchup. And of course, the
where do you even get the sea cheese?
Which we'll discuss shortly. The SpongeBob Wiki claims the burger also contains mayonnaise, tartar sauce, and relish. But when Spongy makes the burger right in front of us in the episode Pickles, he doesn't use these sauces at all. So we'll ignore these claims for now. So how does this burger come together in real life? Well, for a time there was a real-life Krusty Krab, as I discussed in my shorts. But let's focus on the Krabby Patty itself. Binging with Babish tried to make it, and he believed the secret ingredient wasn't anything at all, and was just part of a guerrilla marketing campaign by Krabs. This makes sense. He'd want to make every Krabby Patty as cheap as possible, rather than filling it with secret ingredients. Probably similar to the quote-unquote secret recipe in Coca-Cola, or the Colonel's secret recipe in KFC.
Or the Mac sauce?
These are probably also nothing. But doesn't it make it cooler when you say, these have a secret recipe that's locked away in a vault somewhere? Personally, I still think the secret formula is nothing more than being cooked by a dedicated fast food employee who is actually passionate about their job. A staff member as passionate as SpongeBob is pretty rare. But anyway, secrets aside, how's the burger itself? Well, with Babish's Krabby Patty, he decided to use regular store-bought beef. He then seasoned it with MSG, salt, and pepper. And like SpongeBob would, he topped that with lettuce, cheese, onion, tomato, ketchup, mustard, and pickles. And honestly, it looks really similar to the burger from the Krusty Krab.
He actually pattied it.
And it does look downright delicious. Babish didn't have much to say beyond the fact that it was a perfectly tasty, normal burger. Feast of Fiction used a similar recipe, but they used crab meat, which is an interesting decision for Mr. Krabs' burger. I get it, given the name. They prepared the crab meat into patties, then cooked them in oil till golden brown, and then served them with the same 7 toppings as SpongeBob and Babish did. They felt theirs was also delicious. Doesn't sound like the Krusty Krab is too different from a regular burger. And given Krusty Krab is the only burger joint we can see in the ocean, maybe it just is that no one in Bikini Bottom has ever tried another burger.
Well, aside from King Neptune's, but
for number 9 we have
9?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizza. When it comes to where in America
that just seems like a regular pizza to me.
I hear people say,
New York is where it's at. If it's good enough for the Ninja Turtles, it's good enough for everybody.
Well, okay, I've only heard game apologists say that, but it sounds legit. Let's ask the man himself.
Fair enough.
It's totally legit. If you are out and about in New York, don't be surprised if you smell or see lots of pizza. New York has a world-famous reputation
My phone is
for
all about that
large
pizza.
hand-tossed thin crust pizzas, often sold in big slices.
And who are the ultimate connoisseurs of this New York pizza? Why, the Ninja Turtles, of course.
Yep.
These sewer-dwelling crime fighters love their pizza. In fact,
no matter iteration, no matter the time, they always have some pizza.
Topping is simply tomato sauce and shredded mozzarella cheese. But the Ninja Turtles toppings get way weirder than that.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Like
Let's see.
banana and anchovies, or salami, yogurt, and butter pizza.
Yogurt.
Oh my, that sounds
the hell?
truly revolting.
That's a heartache.
And a guy named Kirk recreated and tasted these pizzas. Every single one from the
cookie one?
1987 cartoon.
Jeepers, it's hard to say these pizza
1987,
toppings
holy
without
crap.
recoiling, let alone tasting them. Sausage and banana, maybe, but I just wouldn't have the stomach for a octopus, chili pepper, and marshmallow pizza. Ugh.
What?
I thought this was going to be the worst one ever, and it's not that horrible.
Oh, the humanity. I think
Wait,
his taste
you liked
buds
it?
are broken. But throughout it all, Kirk was undeterred. And he went on to make and taste test every single one of the terrible
All of them?
Ninja Turtles pizzas on his channel. And to no surprise,
I hope he didn't
the
make the
pizzas he
rat
tried
poison
made him
one
nauseated, and
for
he
the
needed to
movies.
spit the pizza out completely. He's a brave fella for trying them.
It's a remarkable
salute you.
dedication to the show.
You even
I
made
did
a
actually
book?
try pepperoni and marshmallow one time, and it wasn't too bad. Left me with a giant stomach ache, but it was fine. But others like
Fair?
peanut butter and clam is a little.
Yeah,
bit
bad
too
idea,
much.
bad
That's
idea.
not a line even I would cross for the Ninja Turtles.
Overall, Kirk rated the taste of the pizzas like this.
Almost all of them taste disgusting.
Well, yes.
Thank you, honey.
Hats off to you for making them anyway.
What about?
Now that I'm thinking about it, Pizza Hut also has had a long-standing history with the Turtles, and they even made a Ninja Turtle
Mission
themed pizza
Ranch.
at one point.
Oh yeah, I think that pizza was exclusive to my country, Australia. I mean,
Really?
it wasn't really awesome. It was just a value range pizza with an ugly green sauce
Meat
on
lovers with
But
ranch.
it was a green turtle topping. In other words, it was awesome.
Honestly, I wish I could have sent it to you, Nick. I feel like you would have appreciated it a lot more than us Aussies did.
Yeah, it's a shame I never got to try it, but I got the next best thing. I actually had somebody send me a poster of that pizza, and it's hanging up right now in my game room. I'm not kidding.
I'll be real. Those kind of pizzas are like, not everything needs to be on a pizza or a burger or whatever. Some combinations just do not work. I'm a New Yorkan, or New Yorkian. I don't know the term. It's been a while. Anyway, moving along.
And for number 8, Bob's Burgers from Bob's
Burgers.
On the surface, one of Bob's Burgers looks pretty run-of-the-mill and average, much
Yeah,
like Bob himself.
true.
But under the surface, there's actually a much more
There are more.
intricate gourmet feast. Also,
Chopped
much
pickles?
like Bob himself. Some people even call Bob a gourmet in how much
Isn't a
effort
burger
he puts
place
into each
gourmet
burger
burger
of the
place?
day.
Huh.
You are an artist. A beef artist. A beef artist.
But what would one of his
Fartist.
fine burgers taste like in reality? Well,
Hmm.
almost every one of Bob's made burgers has a strange but interesting twist to it, such as the Baby You Can Chive My Car burger, with sour cream, chives, and fried pickle wheels, or the If Looks Could Kale burger. It has
Kale?
kale. Or the Foot Feta-ish burger, which comes with
Weird
feta
names.
cheese, and possibly some strange internet results. Or the
Yeah.
Bet It All on Black burger, made with black garlic, a much more expensive fermented version of regular garlic. We even have an official source for the show's
there's a burger
recipes
book?
in real life.
Real
with
recipes for
the
joke
Bob's
burgers.
Burgers Burger Book. A fellow called Barry Lewis tried some of Bob's recipes out. He
Well,
tried the cauliflower
cauliflower.
coming from inside the house burger from season 4, episode 2, Fortnite, containing cauliflower, cumin, and cilantro. In Bob's recipe, he
You
makes
really
a
wonder,
cauliflower
how does
mash
Bob
to
come
the
up with
burger.
this stuff?
Cauliflower in the even to a health nut like me who eats a lot of cauliflower. That sounds weird, man. On the bun, we have lettuce, a lime-infused meat patty with cheese, tomato, and cauliflower. Ugh. Oh, who am
On
I kidding?
top.
Probably love it. What did Barry think?
That is unbelievably good. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's a yes on that one. Feast of Fiction made
Cool.
the Bet It All on Black burger, and they dressed in perhaps the most adorable Bob's Burgers cosplay I've ever seen. I gotta say, the aesthetics
normal.
look perfect on this burger. They found them delicious, and they were both particularly happy with the homemade burger buns. And of course, Bob's foods
Hey,
are right
Badish.
up Babish's alley. Even kind of
What
sounds
you got?
like Bob.
Welcome back to Binging with Babish. Oh, burger. You're cute.
So he jumped right into the Chive My Car burger. He was particularly
The chive
keen
one,
to
huh?
try frying the pickles, and pretty consistently, the results on these burgers
Hey, it looks
were
pretty
even
close.
more delicious than the show's versions.
So-
I found nothing but positive reception about all of Bob's
I
burgers
might have
in
to get
real
that
life.
burger book.
Now, if only we could give him our business in the cartoon and get him out of debt. Number 7.
No kidding.
The Reptile Bar. Oh, I remember the
Reptar.
Reptile Bar. You know, the one from Rugrats. Tommy and his friends just couldn't get enough of this chocolate bar. Or the reptile merchandise in general. They They really love
And they just love their Reptars.
Notorious Satanica Pickles would say.
It's a chocolate raptor with nuts and caramels and green stuff.
The super resta duper resta double chocolate scooper.
And with a review with that terrible grammar, you know it's got to be good. A lot of people wanted to try one, some of my community included. So I went looking, and apparently there was a Reptile Bar that was released back in 2018. There was even a special Reptile on Ice version that had blue frosting instead of green. And as a 90s kid, I gotta admit, I often wanted to try this one too.
Let me guess, not available?
Shape, it's so nostalgic to me.
Big
Unfortunately, I couldn't try it myself as it's not available anymore. But we do have a lot of reviews of the
Very
bar
tasty,
when they were available.
tongue green.
And let me tell you, we have a very mixed bag here. One of the more positive reviews was Crystal, who gave it 3 stars. She said,
Very good. It really does turn your tongue green. It has a good taste and flavour.
Tabitha, on the other hand, gave it a 1-star rating and was considerably less kind.
What happened?
Review.
Gross! I was very disappointed. It was way too sweet and it didn't turn your mouth green. It also tasted cheap and it took forever to melt in my mouth.
Ah, what a shame. It sounds like cheaply produced
I
chocolate.
guess he must have had a bad chocolate.
I've been wanting one since I saw it in Rugrats, but it was so disappointing. Tasted like dollar store chocolate. The only good thing about it is the nostalgia.
And speaking of nostalgia,
that sounds about right.
It tastes like my childhood.
To be honest, I'm not really
Does
sure.
sound
what
like it's banking on
childhood
nostalgia,
tastes like,
you know?
But it sounds like the Reptile Bar is just your average cheap chocolate. But it can have the effect of turning your tongue green. Honestly, I think I'll stay ignorant, as I'd rather not ruin my childhood imagination on this one. To me, the Reptile Bar will always taste like that perfect honeycomb Easter bunny. Number 6.
Number 6?
The Flaming Homer, aka the Flaming Mo. I talk about Duff, but personally I think beer tastes like butt. So why don't we talk about a drink that is literally on fire instead? Probably the most striking ingredient
the
in
Flaming
Homer's
Homer and the
strange
Flaming
little
Mo.
cocktail is the cough syrup. At first, Homer thought his mixture ingredients tasted pretty meh. But when Patty accidentally lit his drink on fire, Homer found that taste became exquisite. Fortunately, I don't have to go far to find how this tasted, because my friends the Real Jims and Lydia from The Simpsons Theory have both already tried this drink in real life. At the Simpsons Line in Universal Studios, Florida, where they sell it. Let's start with Jim, who visited the park back in 2019. What do you think of the Flaming Mo, Homer, Jim?
Hey, Strider! Well, the Universal Studios version of the drink is a little different than the original. It doesn't contain alcohol and isn't lit on fire, probably a safety hazard, but it does let off a ton of smoke thanks to the dry ice. I was surprised that the drink tasted like orange. The original had purple cough syrup, so I was expecting more of a grape flavor. But I am thankful that they didn't go with the cough syrup part. The drink is pretty
probably for the
expensive
best.
to get, but hey, at least you get to keep the cup.
Huh, a smoking orange drink. Thanks for your thoughts, Jims. And what did you think of the Flaming Homer, Lydia?
Well, Strider, what do I think of the Flaming Mo? Well, firstly, even though Homer created the iconic drink, the park still calls it the Flaming Mo. But I can overlook this, seeing as I can't deny that the Flaming Mo branding just works. The signage and the fancy souvenir cups just look awesome and do have that lovely 90s feel. And speaking of the cups, there's a clever little compartment for the dry ice to bring out that smoky and misty appearance. So it definitely has the drama. But the colour, that was something I was less impressed by. The drink should have been purple like in the show, but in all honesty, it was more like a plain old orange soda. And yes, it was sweet, it was nice, it was, you know, it was alright.
Probably sounds like
it should have been purple. Make it grape or blackberry or hell, even make it eggplant. But just
Let's
make
just
it purple.
stay with a green.
Huh.
Or
Don't know
purple.
why they didn't make it purple. Thanks, Lydia. On Sammy's channel, she
Seems
showed us
odd.
the bartender preparing it, and the wafting mist really adds to the fun of it. Seems like they turned it into a nice, non-alcoholic orange soda with a whole heaping of visual
Probably
flair.
for the best, but
Number
I don't know.
5.
Number 5? Oh, whoops.
Puffins from Pokemon.
Oh, the Puffins.
Man, these look
Oh,
decadent.
yeah, Gen 4.
I love the colors on these.
I think that's Gen
If you're
4.
not aware, you can find Puffins in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and their remakes. It's a combination
like I said,
of
Gen
the
4.
word Pokemon and muffin. But realistically, it's more like a cream-filled bun. You're meant to
So,
feed the
crepe?
puffin to your Pokemon. Oh boy, does it heal your Pokemon? Does it raise their stats? No, it raises their cool, cute, smart, and tough traits
Basically
in
contest
beauty
stuff.
pageants.
Which, considering
Wow.
Don's the one that
In
makes
other words,
them,
they're
not
completely
surprised.
freaking useless. But at least they still look pretty. And do they taste good? Well, our buddies at Feast of Fishin' tried making these puffins in real life. And they did so quite successfully. They first mixed yeast, sugar, flour, salt and milk and kneaded it into a dough. Then they added the food coloring and continued to knead it. And once they've risen in the oven for 2 hours, they could add the filling, such as bean paste and mocha. Sounds alright.
Bean
And
paste
voila,
mocha.
real life puffins. Starting to wish I didn't film while I was hungry. These look perfect to bite into. I don't know if they'll boost anyone's
I got a
views,
snack
but
next to me,
how
I'm
do they
good.
taste? Well, they got an absolute thumbs up from these two, with both of them wowed by how well they turned out. And honestly, I'm tempted to give this recipe a try myself.
I cannot get over how much we leveled up these flavors this time, man.
Yeah, this tastes delicious.
But if you want the easier close equivalent, Cook Fiction pointed out that puffins are basically anpans, a type of Japanese sweet roll with a paste filling inside.
Which, again,
And
considering
it's
the
a very,
region it's based off,
curvaceous looking food, isn't
Hokkaido,
it?
I think.
How do I describe
should
it?
be nearby.
Oh, I know. They look like a pair of...
Mountains. That's right, honey. They look like a
Yeah,
pair
probably
of
the
mountains
best.
on a warm
You don't
summer
fist
day.
that.
No, can't you see? They look like jugs.
Of lemonade. Cool
Duh.
jugs of lemonade straight out of the fridge.
Honey,
Okay,
stop.
Now you're just being silly.
I'm watching the YouTube knife.
Yeah.
going over my neck, honey. What say we move on?
Yeah, probably for the best. Yeah, they'll probably hammer away all that money you're about to earn. But still, yeah. Though I'm not sure they're actually, from Hokkaido, which I'm pretty sure Sinnoh's based off, or I think I'm a Sui. Okay, hold on. Alright. Based on the more... Okay, I was right, Hokkaido. Alright. So it's right, Hokkaido. Though I'm not sure if they're from there, but I'll have to look that up later. Anyway, final four, let's get to it.
And number 4.
I have to double check.
Garfield's Lasagna. I'm sorry.
Hey, if
I
it's
know
good
this
for
is
a cat, it's good
weird
for you.
choice,
I
but
think.
Min insisted on adding Garfield's Lasagna to the list. I have no idea why, though. I mean, I love
No,
Garfield,
no.
but it's just lasagna.
No, it's not. It's Garfield's lasagna.
How? It's lasagna from a 3-panel comic strip that's had the same running
That
gag
pizza?
for 45 years.
Oh, very well. I'll just have dinner right here.
No.
Special kitty lasagna.
Alright, fine.
Kitty
What
lasagna?
do you
How
have
do
to
you
say
make
about
that?
Garfield's Lasagna, then.
Well, Garfield's creator, Jim Davis, admits
Hi, Jim.
he loves a good, fresh lasagna. And he explained, I thought it would be funny
Why
to
are you
have
a
cat
pirate
that
now?
likes lasagna. But as it turns out, I hear from people all the time that their cats love lasagna. I bet my cat Shadow would like a lasagna too. He's like a Garfield.
Well, he certainly eats like a Garfield.
Many people have hungered for a slice of Garfield's lasagna. It's actually one of Feast of Fiction's favourite recipes. They
Really?
explained in
How do they make
detail
that?
how to make Garfield's perfect lasagna.
So, a perfectly regular lasagna, then.
No,
Well, let's
it's
just hear her out. Let her
Garfield's
hear.
lasagna. Tasty Banger also made it. They apparently believe Garfield's lasagna is a vegetarian lasagna.
Oh, come on. Who are they kidding? Have they ever seen lions or tigers? Cats are meat-eating hunters. And in the show, we've seen Garfield really enjoys meat.
Well,
True.
if we look back to the terrible movie, we see a goat helping. And since goats are herbivores, they
Doesn't mean
theorise
they
that
eat the
Garfield's
lasagna.
lasagna is vegetarian. So based on this, I think the recipe for Garfield's lasagna might be lots of tomatoes, onion and garlic, plus the pasta sheets and the bechamel sauce. Okay, maybe Garfield's lasagna isn't that different to regular lasagna.
Ah, well, thanks anyway.
Thank-
hon. At least we know the recipe for a regular lasagna now.
Here, I'll show you how good it is.
Nom. You just ate it all. Number 3.
Scooby
Scooby
Snacks.
Snacks.
It's been pretty apparent to us over
Yeah,
the last
not even for a
40
Scooby
years
snack?
that Scooby-Doo
Yoink.
likes his snacks. Apparently, even Shaggy likes a Scooby snack. So well loved is his snack that it even convinces Scooby-Doo to do things that he's just too scared to do, like being the bait to catch a scary ghost or fighting a monster he doesn't want to see. The original Scooby Snacks box doesn't tell us much because it's the prime of
usually
Hanna-Barbera
blue,
animation.
orange,
It's
green.
nothing but a
I think
blank
depends on
blue
the
box
branding.
with the words Scooby Snacks scribbled over the top. Hopefully it
I
tastes
think
better in the
depends on
box.
the
I mean, the big hairy mongrel likes it, and Scooby likes it too. Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry,
the
Shaggy.
Scooby snack actually wasn't that hard to find in real life. And according to a community member on Twitter, Billy the Toilet,
It comes in both a dog treat and a human treat. Yay!
Fortunately,
Dog
I
treating.
can't speak for the doggy treat, but as for the human version, the Scooby snacks aren't just a snack, but a variety of snacks. These range from vanilla wafers to baked graham crackers shaped as bones. They even come in cinnamon and chocolate flavors. Neat. But in one of the Scooby-Doo movies, Shaggy
the mystery
actually
begins?
reveals the show's recipe for Scooby snacks, which is eggs, water, flour, cocoa, sugar, and last and definitely least,
me
dog
guess.
kibble. Honestly, it sounds bland and horrible. But how do the taste testers rate it? Some versions of the recipe include margarine, vanilla, baking powder, and coconut, which admittedly does sound a lot more palatable. Nerd Foods tried the treats,
Really?
and this was their thoughts on the taste.
They taste like many other graham crackers on the market. Mildly oaty with honey. They aren't the most exciting taste, but they are a great snack for anyone
It sounds
to
both
try.
for dogs and
Well, they're
humans.
not exactly
I think I
selling
want
on
to
it.
bring up
Not
the
sure I'd
Mystery
run into
Begins
a
one.
Spooky house for one. Just sounds mediocre. Oh well, what do we got next? Number 2, poplars from Futurama. These little
Poplars?
fried shrimp delights were found on a remote planet after Planet Express was robbed of their food. Too bad they ended up being the babies of the Omicron race.
You monsters have been eating our babies!
Binging with Babish described
Sorry!
poplars as sentient popcorn shrimp, and I think it's a fair way to describe them.
Luckily, I think we're many years away from me making sentient popcorn shrimp.
Sure, we discovered they're self-aware Omicronian infants, but a lot of people are still as curious as I am on how they taste. When I asked my community, Adam said,
Yes, I know what they really end up being, but that didn't make them look any less delicious in my opinion.
Poplars got me curious. What's the closest we can make in real life? Now, I'm not silly. Okay, I am. But I know we're not likely to eat the first alien life forms we find in the universe. Maybe the second or third one? But if they're
Probably.
what would it taste like in real life? Well, luckily, the starving chef created her own version of the poplar. She even posted the recipe in her video. Basically, to make a poplar,
Okay,
she
so let's
started with
see,
the base of
shrimp.
which makes sense, for I said they look like fried shrimp.
It looks like a ditch full of fried shrimp.
What are you, blind? It looks more like a hole full of fried prawns.
Sure, a shrimp isn't exactly
Anything.
an Omicronian, but hopefully it'll still taste good. Starving chef put the
see,
shrimp in a
some
bag with
flour,
flour, a mix of herbs
garlic
and
powder, of
spices,
course,
and
cumin,
shook it all
thyme.
up to coat the shrimp. Then she coated them in egg wash and dunked it into a crushed cornflakes for that mysterious
Cornflakes?
crunch. Then you simply
Alright.
fry the shrimp, and there you have it, your very own
Bada
poplar,
ba!
or the closest equivalent. Unfortunately, she didn't really taste test them, but it's crunchy fried shrimp. How bad could it be? The Planet Express crew seemed to like them.
I bet they taste like a fishy version of popcorn chicken.
Well, yeah, that's pretty
I
much
can
what
see
I've
that.
always pictured with poplars. Fish-based popcorn,
Popcorn shrimp,
chicken.
yeah.
So popcorn fishing? In fact, back in the
I
day,
think it was just called
McDonald's
popcorn
kind of
shrimp.
had their own
Oh.
version of poplars as well. You might not remember, but
Fish
McDonald's used to
McBites.
have these things called the Fish McBites. They were basically the fillet of fish meat dipped in golden batter. Then they were deep fried and served with tartar sauce. Ugh, I'm sure it
Okay,
tastes better
sounds
than
like
it
fish and
sounds.
chips.
The McBites are okay. They're not amazing.
And before we get to number 1,
And
let's go
oh,
through
some honorable
quick
mentions.
honorable
All right,
mentions.
let's see what we got.
Sonic's Chili Dog. This dog
Again,
is just
regular
as the
chili
name
dog.
suggests. A jumbo frank served on a hot dog bun and covered in a chili meat sauce. And as you
Amen.
probably know, it's Sonic's favorite food. Sonic was even kind enough to share his now not so secret
Chili dog
recipe in
a la
one of his
Sonic.
comics. So, the chili dog ingredients are ground beef, onion, bell pepper, mushroom, crushed tomatoes, barbecue sauce, chili powder, cumin, oregano, kidney beans, and of course a hot dog bun, and the hot dog frank itself. So if you do want to try Sonic's favorite food, you can always try cooking it up yourself. Bachelor Chow from Futurama. In the year
Bachelor Chow?
3000,
That's a thing.
Bachelor Chow is like a staple food for Fry. It basically looks like a not so appetizing, possibly meat-based cereal, except
Yeah.
Fry seems to add water instead of milk. What's actually in it though? Well, the Futurama wiki says it's cheap food, similar in design to dog food. Fry eats it in a
Why?
dog bowl, but I suspect that's simply him being lazy and not caring. It all sounds revolting, but apparently some people have tried making it, such as binging with Babish.
Do I even want to know?
He was very brave, and at first he tried using literal dog food as a base for his bachelor chip.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he gagged on the first spoonful due to the cheese flavor.
Yeah,
so he
nope.
instead prepared beef bourguignon, a kind of dog food that's edible by humans. Basically,
Thank
a
God.
very well-made meat kibble. He once again put this very gourmet kibble in a dog food bowl and then poured hot water on it. And it did take on a very similar appearance to bachelor chow.
Close.
He said it tasted okay, but he didn't seem too blown away by it, which is no surprise as bachelor chow.
Considering cheaply
Anyway,
made.
with those said, on to number 1. And for
Alright,
number
let's
1,
see the top one.
triple gooseberry sunrise from
Oh
the
yeah, the
SpongeBob
movie.
I guess I could use one of those.
Hey, wait! We need another one of
also
them.
known as the Goofy Goober Sundae. Let's finish on a fun note, because if you ask me, this ice cream sundae looks absolutely delicious. And it's pretty clear that SpongeBob
Just eating with 2
I
spoons.
counted their leftover dishes, and they snarfed down like 29 of these. I swear I felt lactose intolerant just watching these two cram.
I'm getting like a
these down.
headache.
But we can at least confirm from this that they clearly enjoy them. So what are these goofy sundaes made of? Well, according
Let's
to the
see, triple
SpongeBob
blueberry
wiki, it's 3
surprise.
scoops of vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce hair, 3 banana and cherry limbs, 3 candy buttons for a face, and a big red licorice smile. The wiki claims that it gives intoxication symptoms to consumers, but honestly, if I ate 20
considering we
of
saw
things,
these two,
I
yeah,
think
I'm not
that
surprised.
garbage as
Like,
well.
look at that.
Ghost of Fiction describes
Yeesh.
SpongeBob and Patrick's intoxication as a ice cream hangover.
Ready to have an ice cream hangover.
And yeah, that seems the best way to describe it. They tried making the sundae, and honestly, it looks near identical
pretty near.
to the original.
Look at that.
How did it taste though? Basically like a vanilla and chocolate banana split. Because that's
Yeah,
essentially
sounds
what
about
the
right.
sundae is, just a different shape.
But what's a banana split taste like?
Never had
I
it?
thought everyone knew that.
When's the last time you ate a banana split?
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah,
I looked
true,
on
true.
taste.com and this is what they thought of their banana split ice cream recipe. Lin said,
I used walnuts instead. Yum!
this was Joel.
Walnuts, huh? Not
An absolute
enough fan of the
classic,
fair.
Easiest dessert I've ever made, and I couldn't get enough of the chocolate sauce. It was absolutely divine. Yummo!
Well, you two,
Yummo.
does that paint a better picture?
Yeah!
And with those said, let me know if there's
That's
a
fun.
particular cartoon food you'd like to see brought to our real world. Or feel free to just say hi. That's always nice. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Today's
Bye-bye.
member question.
Well, there you go. The triple gooseberry sunrise takes the top spot, which honestly does look like a regular banana split, though. So the fact that they like, I said this in like the SpongeBob movie review, and I'll say it again. If you had like that and you were like acting drunk, like SpongeBob and Patrick, like what? Like that, yeah, that place needs that needs you know where. That's gonna need some health inspection stat. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, let me know if you eat any of these foods. See ya!